Hey guys, welcome back and welcome to my lair. I finally decided to try Backdrop. Anyway, so today I am reviewing the beers that I made in honor of the band Man Man. And so what we're gonna do is try the Irish Stout, the Rice Lager, and a half and half made with both. All right, so I canned everything. I'm going out of town, so nothing's staying here, basically. So this is obviously the lager, the stout. Stout's still on tap because there's almost none left. Yeah, I guess let's just get going with it. Looks like my cans are holding up. Beautiful. My rice lager's a little hazy. And also warm because I forgot to put it in the fridge. But that's okay. I'm a trooper. Okay, and now there's shit everywhere. Anyway, whatever, who cares? All right. So let's start with the lighter first. So this rice lager, it's about, I think it's like 5%. And it's literally only Pilsner and rice that made this beer and a touch of Sriracha A. So I think it was like 1 ounce per 10 gallons. Let's give it a test. It is hazy. I did ferment it not properly, not lager temp. It was fermented at like room temp, like 68, but under pressure, so it should be super clean still, even if it is a little hazy. To drop this haze out, what I would do is just fine it with gelatin in the keg, but it's too late, so now it's a hazy lager. It smells pretty much just like Pilsner malt. It smells sweet and light. Kind of like the beer Asahi, if you've had that. That's my favorite sushi beer. Man, even warm it's good. All right, it is pretty sweet. Kind of just tastes like a generic lager, honestly. I don't know what else to say about that. Yeah, it's good though. It's got a nice body for a lager. It has like no fermentation quality whatsoever. It's just like malt, light malt sweetness, and it would go really great with some sushi, which I had right now. But I don't. I did a good job on the carbonation too. I'm kind of glad because I kind of canned it before I ever tried it. Like I've had some people over and they tried a bit of it, but I never really had a glass myself. And I'm happy it turned out so great. The one time I did try it, it was super, super cold, like 36 degrees, and you couldn't taste any of it. So if you're making a lager and it kind of tastes like nothing, try letting it warm up a little bit, and I'm sure it'll be a lot tastier. All right, on to the Irish Stout. This is a recipe that I've used before. It's supposed to be kind of like a non-sour Guinness clone. It smells like coffee, which is good because it's early still. It's got a nice tan head. It's I think it might be a little over-carbonated because it kind of foamed up when I poured it out of the keg. But it's been in there for a while and I just kind of never take CO2 off, so. It's definitely roasty. But it's light. The body is super, super light. This is a low ABV beer. I think it's like 4.5%. Stouts don't always have to be heavy. They can be light and drinkable, and I end up all over your desk. Yeah, it's got a sweetness, a slight bitterness. I used English hops, I guess. I think I used Target for everything. I can't quite remember. But yeah, it's like you don't really get any hops besides like a slight bitterness, which is nice. It kind of tastes like a black coffee with sugar. It's pretty delightful. Yeah, and it finishes super roasty. Like, almost burnt piece of rye bread is what the finish is. All right, so now is the fun part. So I'm going to attempt to do that super cool thing that they do with half and halves. And if you don't know what I'm talking about when I say half and half, you might know it as a black and tan. The term black and tan refers to a pretty crappy episode of Irish history. So we're going to get away from that term, call it half and half, confuse everyone who drinks coffee, and be done with it. Okay, so I actually don't know how to do this at all. I'm just kind of making it up as I go. So I think it'll help if I get some head on there. All right, so we've got, I guess I should fill it more. We've got our lager. And these were typically made with like Bass ale or pale ale, but I like the idea of doing a lager. All right. The old bartender trick. Or I don't think it's gonna work. Someone tell me how to do this in the comments, please. Because, like, almost, but no, like not at all. Anyway, who cares? Fun fact, my first beer ever was they actually call it a black and tan, but the half and half from Yingling. I think I drank that when I was like fucking 17 years old. Yeah. First beer ever. Kind of weird one. All right, so let's see how these beers marry, I guess. I was never a half and half kind of person. I was always more like snake bite, like, you know, your Guinness with a cider. That was like my thing growing up, but yeah, people like this. Honest of Man Man likes this, so that's why I made it. Ugh. It doesn't smell like anything now. They're canceling each other out. It just kind of smells like sweet malt. Oh, wow. That's really good. It kind of, you know, I want to say that this is actually better than both of the beers. It's obviously more complex, but it brings out the sweetness of the stout, I think, when you add the lager to it. And you don't get as much roast, but it kind of gives you like an amber ale kind of vibe, or maybe a brown ale. I would probably say amber more so because it is on the sweeter side, and I feel like you pick up a lot of the roast character in a brown ale. Wow. I guess they knew what they were doing when they invented these. Yeah, I'm like actually blown away. I thought I wasn't gonna like this at all. It always, like, mixing beers kind of skeeves me out a bit, but I think I should do it more. Yeah, I mean, the body is, it's like a medium body. It's not light. The color looks like garbage, but oh well. You definitely pick up the Pilsner. It's kind of great. And I think I used Pilsner for the Stout as well, which makes sense. But yeah, that's a good one. Homebrewing is all about experimentation. I definitely learned something today. I am a half and half fan in my coffee and in my beer. Thank you guys so much for watching. Check out Man Man's music. I have a link to their YouTube up here. And also check out the brew day. It was a doozy. It was brewing 2 beers at once. And my timer on my phone definitely got a workout that day. So it's a good one. All right, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching.